Guys, today I'm letting you in on one of my mac and cheese secrets. This is a one-pot mac and cheese with cauliflower, with a luscious creamy sauce and loads and loads and loads of cheese, broiled until it's absolutely golden and gorgeous. Now, bear with me, this is a one-pot method. If you haven't made mac and cheese before, this isn't your traditional way of doing it, but it all starts off in the one pot. So we're gonna go in there with our macaroni straight into the pot. We're gonna add in a whole heap of full fat milk. Now you do want to make sure with this recipe that you use full fat milk because we're not adding butter at this point. So what you're going to do is cook out the pasta in that milk and reduce it down just until we get it nice and tender. So at this point you need to stir regularly and you want to bring this up to a nice steady simmer. Right, have a look in this pot right now because this is where we need it to be at. The milk is slightly starting to reduce down. I'm giving it a stir quite regularly at this point because the pasta has a tendency to just about catch at the bottom, but if you keep moving it like this, it won't. So just keep your eye on it. And at this point, I'm making this mac and cheese into a cauliflower mac and cheese. This is like the perfect hybrid between cauliflower cheese and mac and cheese, all in one glorious one-pot wonder. So we've got some cauliflower florets. They go straight in here and they're gonna cook out in the milk as well. Give them a good stir up, and we're starting to see this come together now because you're going to allow that cauliflower to become nice and tender, and then you're going to get in there with the rest of our ingredients. I've got some cheddar, I've got some mozzarella, I've got some butter, and a little touch of mustard. So back to the pot, and let's get stirring. Now, while the cauliflower and that pasta is cooking out, I'm just going to season it up generously with some salt and pepper. You could add a little bit of nutmeg in here, which is also quite nice, but just a bit of salt and pepper will do the job here. Now, it takes about 10 to 12 minutes to get to this point, but as you can see, that milk has reduced right down. We've got tender pasta with a bit of bite and cauliflower that's exactly the same. So at this point, it's time to dump in our cheese. I've got some mozzarella. I'm gonna grate in a generous amount of cheddar in here as well. You want to go heavy on the cheese here because the milk has done all the hard work for us. So you really want to oomph up the flavor with that combination of mozzarella and cheddar. Pop that in, we're looking good. A little knob of butter to bring this all together. And then a generous little dollop of some Dijon mustard is going to give you a nice peppery bite in here. So get that straight in there. At this point, all you got to do is get in there and give it a good stir. Now, you could serve it just like this in a nice big steaming bowl of comfort, but we're gonna go the extra mile and we're gonna broil it. We're gonna pop it under a nice grill just to get a nice golden color on it. So I have a little dish here. I'm gonna turn off the heat. We're gonna start spooning this into a dish. Okay, last little bits going in here. Just spread that evenly in this baking dish. A little seasoning of black pepper, and a little pinch of sea salt, and then a nice generous amount of that cheese over the top. Right, this is looking pretty epic and it's gonna look even better once it comes out of the oven. It's a nice hot oven and it's gonna grill for about 5 minutes just until it's golden brown. We are in business. Take a look at this. Straight out of that grill, you have gorgeous bubbling cheese and most importantly, an epic mac and cheese that has cauliflower running through it. Right, let's dig in and give it a go. I mean, all done in the one pot, apart from when I transferred it here, but look, you'll have to live with that. You get left with something that delivers proper mac and cheese glory. So I'm gonna try some. There is nothing more satisfying than mac and cheese. It's just that instant warm hug of comfort that you want. And this one is so easy to make. You can see it all happened in one pot. You don't have to finish it like I did. You can serve it straight from the pot right to the table and you have mac and cheese glory. If you want the recipe for this beautiful mac and cheese with cauliflower, you'll get it in the box below. It's a link over to my website. You'll get all the ingredients and the method details right there. If you like this recipe, click that like button. Of course, share this video with anyone who loves mac and cheese. Leave me a comment letting me know if you're gonna try this beautiful little method. And until then, my friends, I will see you soon. I'm off to eat this in the corner by myself. Goodbye. You need to stir regularly, bring this up to a steady simmer,